Hey guys, Jack Bing here. Welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at how to cartoonize any person in any picture. So I want these videos to be always nice and quick and easy to understand and simple. So today, because it's YouTube, we're cartoonifying Ninja. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the background, separate the person from the background. Now this works easiest if their background is a nice smooth color. In this case it's not really, so I've given myself a bit of an extra challenge. I'll be using the magic wand tool though, which I have done another video on. So if you want to learn how to do this, or even just how to use the magic wand tool a little bit better, you can check out that video. I'll put it up the top there for you. But here we go, I've just pretty much selected it all now, and I'll delete the background. So there we go. Alright, now we've got Ninja there. He's separated from the backgrounds. What you want to do is you want to make sure that your image, and it might already be like this, so it's a bit of playing around and a bit of getting used to, but you want to make sure it's nice and bright. So I'm going to use the brightness contrast tool here to make sure it's up nice and bright, and the lines and the contrast is a bit more obvious. So it'll start to look not like the original as much, but you have to remember that by the time we're done with this, it'll look more cartoony. So what we're more interested in is shapes and colors rather than it being a nice clear photo. So I'm also going to bump up the saturation a little bit so it gets a little bit more color in his face there. Now make sure that your main layer is selected down here, and then I want you to click filter right up in the top bar and go to your filter gallery, which is there. Here it is here, and this is the first thing that'll pop up. You've got all sorts of different filters here, all sorts of different things that you can do, but we'll save those for another video. But today what we want to be looking at is the cutouts, which is in the artistic section. If you're struggling to find it, there's all these different folders, but it'll be in the artistic folder. Now you want to have a little bit of a play around with this, because depending on what the photo looks like, on the lighting situation, the color, you want to edit these things just a little bit differently. There's no right or wrong way. So in this case, what I want to do is eliminate as many of these layers as possible while still making it continue to look like Ninja. You don't want it to become a big blob. If I was to put it down to one layer and make it really simple like that, he just becomes a blue blob. So you want to mess around with these a little bit and basically get the layers up to a point where it looks somewhere between a cartoon and the real thing. Alright, so this is the layout that I've decided to go with, which is 7 layers, 2 when it comes to the edge simplicity, and 3 here in the fidelity, and that'll do. So if I click OK, now you've got him back here, you've used the filter gallery, and now what I like to do is just get in a little bit closer, and where there's a couple of these smaller layers, I like to just get rid of them just to keep it even simpler. So what I'm going to do that is, firstly, I'm going to get these 3 layers here, and I'm actually just going to merge them into one with a right click and then just go merge. So that's just all it is now, is just Ninja. So I'm going to use the eyedropper tool to take this color that's here, and the brush tool to just get rid of a couple of those layers there, like that one. And then we've got this one here on the nose, so I'll do exactly the same thing. Just make that brush a little bit smaller, and just to keep it nice and simple. You don't want too many layers, but you still want it to look like the person. So zooming back out here, one of the last things I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut off just his head, which seems very dramatic, but really all I want to do is separate it. It gives it this really cool kind of sticker kind of look. I'll make sure we keep the bandana, and I'm just going to come around here. I'm just using the polygon lasso tool, and I'm going to just delete that. So now we go, just got his head. And lastly, I'm just going to apply a white stroke border around the outside, nice and white like that. And there you have it, you've got cartoonified Ninja. I'll put him on a black background so you can get a little bit of an example. There it is, that's cartoonified Ninja. And you can do this to any person, remember, so whatever the photo is, you just have to remember when you go into that filter gallery, just have a look at the different values and adjust them to try and get this kind of look. It is different for everyone, and you might also have to make sure you brighten up a little bit more or increase the contrast a little bit more to get those colors right. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, make sure you leave me a like. It means heaps. It means that I get to see that you enjoyed it or you learned something from it. Also, if you're enjoying it, guys, make sure you subscribe. It means that every time I put a video out, you get to see it. I'm trying to bring out 1 video a week at the moment on these Photoshop tutorials, so heaps more to learn. So appreciate it, guys. Thanks heaps.